Hey guys, how are you? We're here in the wormery. I have to check on my worms before I go to work later, but I wanted to tell you I am bringing the African Nightcrawlers back into the wormery this fall. I'm so excited. I have a plan though for the winter. I'm going to keep the space heater down here, and if they get cold or I think the temperatures are going to drop, we're going to work on that, but I'm going to do my very best to keep them going, keep them alive. I do ship African Nightcrawlers through the winter. I know. But what I do is I put one of those, I don't know how to say it, one of those heat things that warm up your hands. I put that in the envelope, or the, not the envelope, the package that they go in. And so far I haven't had any die, so we're going to take a chance this winter again and we're going to see. So today I'm going to set up one of my giant nurseries for them. It's going to be a nursery slash grow out container. I mean, that's where I'm going to keep them. So we're going to set that up today. Now, African Nightcrawlers, you know, they love carbon. So I have a lot of carbon. And I'm also going to show you a new tool that I got to cut cardboard. Now, I haven't used it yet, so I don't know what it's going to do. But we're going to try together. So let's give it a try. All right, guys. Look how nice this video looks. Wow. I love the clarity. So Joe got me this little toolbox, and I took this thing out, and this is the tool. It zips through boxes. I think it's chargeable. I think this is the button you press. Oh gosh, here goes nothing. Oh, okay. Let's see. I ordered a new tripod for my phone because my other one doesn't fit. So I think it gets here Monday. I can't wait to get it. So I could like literally do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, one hand. And it's already slicing through cardboard. Let me see if I could stand this up somewhere. Okay, I stood it up on the box. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I love it. I have to be careful of my fingers underneath. Wow, okay, let's give this a try. It's hard with my thumbs. Wow, look at that. I really like it. It's not loud either. Oh, that one got stuck. So he got this thing at Harbor Freight. They had like a one-day sale. But I'm going to see if I could find it on Amazon. I don't know though. I mean, I'm sure they have it. Amazon has everything. I really like it. Look. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, are you all excited for me to bring the African Nightcrawlers back? Tell me below. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel. Give me that thumbs up, share my videos. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I have a garden page there. So I have all kinds of things going. Oh, now I have a TikTok. Only for my worms though. So yeah, I'm excited to get them back. They're just, they can be a little challenging to raise because they don't like really cold temperatures. But you know, I've raised them before successfully, so I'm gonna try again. But I really enjoy raising them. And if you have a lot of like stuff like this, African Nightcrawlers are perfect because they eat all the carbon, especially if you have like junk mail, newspapers, things like that. they will devour it. And the African Nightcrawler's casting is really nice and dark. It also depends on what you feed them. You know, I always say the natural stuff is better. But they're great to get rid of your junk mail and things like that, so it just doesn't end up in the garbage. So we're gonna start setting up their bin here, and I'll bring y'all with me. So far, I ended up cutting the rest of the box. Well, you saw me. But I'm going to go to my shredder, and I know I have some shredded paper over there, and I'm going to start filling this up. So what I'm going to do is put cardboard in it, shredded newspaper and other papers I have. We're going to add some form of grit, either oyster shell or play sand. I get play sand because it's chemical free and it's just regular sand. I wouldn't bring sand in from the beach, like, unless you're gonna have it outside, because, you know, that could have bugs in it. And there's something else that I'm gonna put in here that I know that they'll like, and it's a little secret ingredient. Well, not really, but I'll show you anyway. So here we are. I shredded some paper. Now, I don't think that's gonna be enough, but it's a start. Probably 2 more or 3 more of those, and it'll get me going. So let's go get a grit sort. All right, my supplies. So I have oyster shell, and I have Diatomaceous Earth, which takes care of mites and other bugs, but you can also use it as a grit source. And then this is what I wanted to show you. Look how nice this is, guys. This is alfalfa. Sometimes for African nightcrawlers, I like to add alfalfa. So I just put you up here on the shelf. So this is what alfalfa looks like. I like the smell of it. It smells like, well, it's horse food. It's food for the horses. But since I buy it in pellets like this, I have to pre-soak it. So what I'll do is I'll get one of my little buckets that I get in Menards. You've seen all my little buckets. And I'll soak it in warm water. And the reason I soak it in warm water is because it breaks up a lot easier. If you can do it with cold water, but your hands are gonna get frozen putting your hands in there, and it'll just take longer to break up. So I'm gonna put that in there. And one of the buckets I use are these. These are the ones I get in Menards. I like them. They're cheap, they're handy. So Anne from Plant Obsessed had a great question for me, and it's an important one. So you see Harvey back there? When I'm gonna change types of worms, I take those sifting trays and I clean them in the tub with hot water. I run them with hot water. I make sure there is not a single little thing on it before I use it for another worm type, because I just don't want them mixing. If it happens, I'll have mixed worms. But so far, you know, cross your fingers, it hasn't happened. So I thought that was a great question, because if you guys have different types of worms and you don't want them mixing, make sure you clean your sifters and clean them very well with like hot water. I use soap too. I just make sure I rinse it really well, and then you won't have any problems. So, But anyway, you see this here? This is like a little experiment I'm trying. Now that I have the new phone, I'm trying time-lapse videos. And honestly, I don't know how to do it, but I'm doing it anyway. So when I combine them in the editor, we're gonna see what it looks like. I watch AV. His channel name is AV, and I love his time-lapse videos. Like, I could just sit there and watch them for a long time, so I'm like, I gotta make one too. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So let's get back to the African Nightcrawlers now. So I saved these bait cups, and I've shipped worms in these, like small quantities, and they do fine, as long as I have the lid with the little holes, obviously. So here we go. So we're gonna fill this bucket up because it's such a large nursery, and I know I need a lot. But this also provides a food source for them in case, well, in case I don't feed them for whatever reason. But this alfalfa will be put on the surface only. And the reason is, I think it tends to heat up the bin a little bit. So it'll be on the surface. So I have the alfalfa soaking in the other room. And I have the grid source here. And I know that it's not pulverized, but that's okay. Because in time, as this gets wet, it just starts breaking down. It really does. So I'm gonna add this after the bedding is all wet. Then I'm gonna add it on the top and mix it in, but I wanted to show you. It's about, for this size bin, I would say about a cup, maybe a little less. Because remember, this nursery grow out bin is pretty big. So if I were doing it with one of my little ones, it would be like something like that. So anyway, let me start wetting this. I put one of these full of water, but obviously I need a lot more water. You know what? Let's do an experiment. Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is crazy or not, but anyway. The alfalfa that I'm soaking, that I usually only put on the surface, let's put it in the bedding and let's see what's gonna happen. Will it heat it up? Will it not heat it up? I'm not gonna add the worms though until it'll be on a day where I know I'm not gonna go to work and I could be down here, just in case it goes skyrocket hot and they all start running away. I could be here to cool it off and to rescue them, because I don't want to see them get hurt on the ground. But that's what we're gonna do. And let me tell you, that alfalfa stuff, it absorbs water really fast. I literally put this here about 5 minutes ago, and look at it. Look. See, it starts to come apart. I think it smells so good. So this is full of alfalfa that's soaked in water and water. So since I have to wet everything anyway, let's just go dump it in and see what happens. Sorry about my finger. I'm working here without that thing. So let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Oh man. Looks like a giant bucket of poop. So do you guys like these type of videos where I'm just take you everywhere with me? There's no like organization. There's no, I don't know, no professionalism. Because honestly, I'd rather watch videos where people are just real. I don't like the commercial type videos. Even though sometimes, you know, I always want it to look nice, but I want it to look normal. So look, it's starting to, see, it crumbles up. Tell me down below what you think. It just drank the water. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's just mix it all in and see what happens. So obviously, see, look, there's still water here, and it'll get absorbed with all the cardboard. We're just gonna mix it all in. Now, when you prepare bedding for worms, whatever type of worm, You should have it prepared before they get to your house. And I know I am guilty of not doing that myself. And I've just prepared it on a whim. But honestly, guys, you pay money for these worms. You want to give them the best chance possible. So it's just better to have it ready. That way when you get them, you could just put them right in their bedding. They don't have to continue to wait in the bag or in a bucket or, you know, anything like that. It's just better for them. But obviously, if you can't do that, you can't do it. You know the glue that comes in between the boxes? You could feel it kind of slimy. The worms love that glue. I noticed they eat it right away. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more paper. So I'm gonna keep grinding paper and then refilling this. Where's my grit? Here it is. If you're wondering if that's paint, it is not. This is food coloring that sometimes I mess around with the worms. If you use water-based food coloring, it doesn't hurt them. Just don't use the oil-based one because worms can't handle oil. It'll clog their pores. But the water-based, it don't matter. Sometimes I've soaked their bedding in food coloring just to see a different color, and they eat it. They eat it fine. So that's another little thing you could play with, especially around Halloween. It's really cute. I'm mixing this in. All right. So I'm gonna keep going with this. And of course we're doing it together, so I'm gonna keep you updated. Hey guys, good morning. So yesterday we set up the African Nightcrawler bin, but I still need to add paper to it. But over here, I've been doing an experiment with these bananas because of the new camera thing I have. It has a time-lapse thing on it. And I've been playing around with that, but without a tripod, it just doesn't look right. Like I can't get the right angles. So I just deleted all that, and I'm just gonna wait till I get the tripod. But meanwhile, I know that they're eating it from underneath. So let's take a peek and see. They're starting to go in. You watch, you leave it like this and don't disturb it. And before you know it, they eat it from underneath. And when you lift this up, you have worms in the shape of bananas. It happens. So I'm gonna peek at one of my European Nightcrawler bins. My worms are getting fat. Oh, look at them. There's some jumbo ones. I love the way this camera puts the background blurry, but lets you focus in on the worm. That's amazing. So by the end of August, I'm gonna put the button on my website that says in stock, and the worm season for me, and at least the winter season, shall begin. A lot of people sell worms through the summer, and I do too, but sometimes I just have to stop it because it just gets too hot and I'm afraid they'll die. I don't want to do that to them. I don't want you to have to go through that. I will replace them, so obviously, you know, that costs me more because I don't think it's right to not replace them. You know, people do that. I don't do that. So I just wait a little bit and wait for the temperatures to be okay. Like yesterday, it hit 111 with the heat index here in Indiana. That's like crazy. I haven't seen it that hot in years. It's morning, so naturally, you know, I have allergies. Look how pretty their little yellow tails are. Love them. So on my website, I've started a blog. Now, Grammarly, it's like a program has corrected some of my grammar, you know, but obviously it's not going to be perfect. So for those of you that don't like the way I speak. You know, English was not my first language. I grew up speaking only Spanish in my house. You know, that's how my parents raised me. So I do my best with English. I can't help it sometimes. I think it's more important for you to see how I take care of the worms and how to keep them going than if I say something right or wrong as far as grammar. Now, Joe does help me with grammar a lot. He's really good at it. But I don't like to bother him all the time with that because, you know, he's busy with his own things. So Grammarly helps me out. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. It's on my website, thegardenandwormlady.com, and you can press the button that says blog. And I'll just be posting things there that I'm doing or what they're up to or new things coming. I saw today that I could send it out in like an email, so I did that. So if you go on my website and it prompts you to put in your email for notifications or whatever, do it. And when I send out an email, you'll get the notification like that. It feels so like slimy when I put my hand down here, but I absolutely love it. Look at them. They're doing great. These are nice worms. These worms are great for fishing, but that's not the only reason. You know, they're great for composting. I mean, we need help, guys. This planet is like, I don't know what's happening. We just have too much garbage. So the food, you know, instead of it ending up at the landfill, they'll either give you castings, which you can use in your gardens to grow more food, or houseplants. So anyway, I had to take a phone call. That's what's going on with that. So if you want my blog post, if you want to just read it, I'll insert pictures where I can also. Just go on there and sign up. So they're doing good. Tomorrow is the day I feed them, so I'm not gonna feed them today. And you know, they also have this to eat, which is fine. So we're gonna put them back here with their buddies. All right, so this is the bin. Obviously, I still have to add paper to it. But look at the alfalfa. It's crumbly. It smells in here like a barn, but not in a bad way. Like, I know barns have that poop smell. This doesn't have that. It just smells earthy in here. Because alfalfa is grass. You know, the horses love it. So I just mix it up to get it, like, do you see these chunks? Just to, you know, get them to continue to break apart. And that way all these little pieces can just start. I can't wait till I get my tripod. Monday can't get here fast enough. I know, I gotta be patient. It's just when you're trying to do stuff like this, you know, it's nice if you have both of this. But that's all right. I know you guys understand. Thank you to all my new subscribers, by the way. I really, really appreciate your help in subscribing and watching my videos and supporting my channel. If you ever want to donate anything, I think there's a little symbol underneath the video. I don't know. Any donations like that, I just reinvest into supplies in here and just keeping up with my wormery. Because let me tell you, feeding these people, and I call them people, is not cheap. But I do make my own worm chow, which does make it more affordable. And you know, I can get a sack of Missouri. I have an old sack down there that has about an inch left in it. But you know, I used to get Missouri for, I think it was 50 pounds for $10 years ago. And that was great, but let me tell you, it doesn't cost that anymore. And Purina worm chow, I can't find that anymore. Plus, you know what I like about making my own worm chow is that I know what goes in it. And that just gives me more peace of mind. Not that I don't trust theirs, but their recipes are secret and I don't know what's in it. So at least mine, I know. So I'm going to add more paper to this. So right now, I want to go wash my hands. And I'm going to check on the everybody bin because I think it's time to harvest that one. And I'm going to get rid of the whole bundle. All right, guys. So here we are. This is the everybody bin. And for those of you that are new here, that means I have like 4 different species of worms in here. Someone gave me an idea to do a video about the 4 different types. And I think that's a great idea. And I will do that. I'll just have to go in here and pick them out. Oh, look at them all. There they are. So this bin, oh, there's a lot of youngsters in here. Look at that. Cocoons and everything. Wow. So when I have to harvest this and I want to sell it because I'm going to focus on my Europeans for now. This was a fun experiment. So I don't know how I should do this. Should I just harvest the whole thing and sell only the worms? Do you guys want to buy the bedding too with the cocoons and everything in it? Like, is anyone interested in having a mixture of cocoons? Because I'm sure there's a million cocoons in here. Look at this. This is the wheatgrass. And they were still eating it. Wow. So give me some ideas below on how I should do this. They are so nice. This is an African Nightcrawler, and you can tell because he's nice and dark. And every once in a while in the light, you get that, see on the tip of his head, you get that luminescence. It's like a little, he's got his own glow in the dark. But they're doing really well. They've obviously reproduced in here. There's a lot of youngsters in here. Like, look at this one. He's definitely a young one. Look at that little guy. Oh, he's so cute. You know, guys, some people say that I'm like obsessed with this. I can't help it. I think it's okay. There could be worse things I could be obsessed with, right? And I'm not, so let me enjoy my worms. I've been like this for 20 years. Nothing's changing. This is the this is the avocado. Ooh. You know what I haven't done in a while? I mean, for those of you that have made it this far, I haven't done a live in a while. But I want to do it with someone. Like, I want to do that StreamYard thing with someone. And that would be fun, I think. I think we should get, I don't know, whoever wants to do it. It's dry on this side a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it's okay, the moisture, but if I want them to reproduce, reproduction bins should be about 80% moisture, because when the worms are dry, look at that African Nightcrawler with the luminescence. They don't like it. They won't reproduce. They'll start dying off. It's just not a pretty sight. So I'm gonna have to harvest this, but I'm not doing that today. They're fine today. Let's just cover them back up. So do you guys like these type of videos where I just do everything and talk about everything? It's like a, I guess it's like a vlog about my worms. I kind of like this style video because I can just come on here and just do what I have to do and bring you with me and, you know, tell you everything because, you know, I like to talk a lot. I got to get this back on there. Hold on. So do you like that kind of video? Let me know down below. Yeah, I have a nail brush somewhere down here because worm farming is not a clean career. And let anyone tell you it's a clean career, because it's not. Another question I have for you is, do you want to see me more than once a week? I like filming a lot. I film constantly, but I don't want to annoy people also. So I think it's time for me to like just put more videos up and just show you what I'm doing. And you know, I'm one of those worm farmers that when I make a mistake, I show you. Because guys, nothing is perfect. This is my European Nightcrawler nursery bin. And I had added more shredded paper because they were needing it. Look, I got a lot of youngsters in here. See that one? That one. There's a lot of young worms in here that are starting to hatch and grow up. And they're doing very well. Oh, this is not a youngster. This is a big guy. So pretty soon everything's gonna go up for sale again. And for those of you that buy worms from me and other things, I appreciate your business, because in order to keep this going, like, you know, I have to sell these things. It's a business. But I love doing it. I absolutely love it. And YouTube has really helped me a lot with monetization. It really helps a lot. So, okay. So I'm going to end this video here. And then when I have the African Nightcrawlers, I'm going to introduce them into the bin, and I'll do that with you. All right, guys? So take care, subscribe, like, you know, the whole deal. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.